Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the kitchen for the final time, the ninth and final time of the Cockermouth Cricket Club virtual pub quiz. When we set out at the outset of lockdown to create something slightly different on a Friday evening, Angela said to me, "What if nobody tunes in? What if nobody logs in and does the quiz?" After the effort you've put into writing the questions. And I said, well, to be honest, we won't know until we've done it, and we can see how many people have logged in. So the first week was a bit of a gamble, and it seemed to take off from there, and people have really enjoyed it. So it's been worthwhile. It's been really good. For me, a bit of fun and banter on a Friday night. A lot of work in the week, getting prepared and ready for the quiz. But good banter, and the messages and the support we've received from the community has been great. And on behalf of the committee of Cockermouth Cricket Club and the playing members of every single age group and gender, a huge thank you to all of you who've taken part in the quizzes and enjoyed them as well. As an aside, we set out to raise money for a local charity, local to our area, which has been supported from people outside of the quiz community area of Cockermouth. So we've been all the way over to Australia, Canada, Netherlands, Hartlepool, down the south of the country, Brentwood, West Hampstead. We've been down to Dorset, we've been down to Cornwall, and everything in between. And it's been tremendous. And the money that we have raised as a community, we set out to raise £250 for the North Lakes Food Bank, and we've raised, as of just before the quiz, £1,250. So a huge thank you on behalf of Cockermouth Cricket Club to everybody who has donated from our virtual pub quiz community. It's been a great effort, and they will definitely put that money to good use in the Workington, Whitehaven and Cockermouth area. So a huge thank you on behalf of the club to everybody who has donated. In terms of cricket, the latest correspondence from the England and Wales Cricket Board came out on Thursday, and it really doesn't paint a good picture at all for any sort of cricket domestically this season. So what I would ask you to do in the coming years is to get down to your local cricket club and support them. And not just cricket as well, your local non-league football clubs will need support, and your local sports clubs in general. Buy a couple of pints, buy a couple of drinks, support them in the best way that you can, because they will need it. Because missing out on a huge, annual income from bars and functions and all those kinds of things will have a huge impact going forward on all of those clubs. And we need places for our children to play in the future going forwards. We don't want sport to die out. We want it to keep flourishing in this country as it has done for many years, but it will need people's support over the next few years to do that. So the ninth and final pub quiz this evening. I'm just going to knock my phone out silent because it's going a bit wild at the moment. Ninth and final, and we've started every single week, and we will not fail to do so this evening, with a huge thank you to all of the key workers from every spectrum of life that have kept us going through the lockdown period, and will keep us going beyond, whether they're working in the hospitals, delivering, whether they're working in the background that you don't see, whether they're working in the supermarkets. Everybody has been working to keep things as normal as we can through this period, whether it's in the health service or whatever. A huge thank you on behalf of this community quiz that we have here, and also on behalf of Cockermouth Cricket Club to those guys who've been instrumental in keeping the country as normal as we can in these circumstances. So a huge thank you, and that continues even when the quiz finishes. That doesn't mean that everyone just goes and just because we've stopped clapping for carers and the NHS workers and the key workers, it means that we forget about it, because it's going to be a huge job going forwards from here on in. So huge thank you for that. Okay. In terms of this evening, let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got Kev Walsh, hi from Hartlepool. He's really enjoyed the quizzes. That's great. Hello, and thanks for the quizzes. Great to do 9 in a row. It certainly is. I remember doing 9 in a row back in the 80s and 90s. Tremendous feeling. Hello from the Horsley Wilkinsons. Good evening. A three-way tie last week. Let's see if you're back in there this week. Jeff Love, I've seen Jeff out in the garden. He's ready with the laptop, and the barbecue was out there as well. I think they would look like it was Estrella Dam they were enjoying in the garden. I was almost tempted to nip round and join them there for a barbie, but sadly I've got the quiz to do. Let's have a look. Penrices are in the house. Katie's just sent me a message. Good evening to the Penrices around the corner. Hope you are all well. That's my sister and my brother-in-law, Dave, and the gang around there. Craig Myatt, good evening, everyone. Evening, Craig. Hope you and Colette are well down in Bury. Let's have a look and see what we've got via SMS and WhatsApp. So the Sunburnt Nicholsons are here. Gutted it's the last quiz. Yeah, unfortunately, going back to work next week and one thing, they need to spend a bit more time with the kids in the evening and that kind of thing, especially on a Friday. So unfortunately the last quiz, but we'll maybe do like a reunion, a COVID reunion quiz at some point, which will, like an anniversary or something like that from the start. We'll sort something out. It won't be the last time ever. We'll do like a reunion, a bit like Take That, only for quizzes. Party Pool Monkeys, but 2 down. The clever ones went back to Bristol. All right, they've been summoned back to Bristol post-lockdown. Martin and Suzanne from Dereham, Jane, Steph, and Ian from Bolton are joining forces tonight via WhatsApp. So that's a team. You guys have been getting stronger and stronger, so you're ones to look out for this week. The Hillses are in the house. Good evening from Jen and Jonathan. Notty's ready with the rude jokes. Des and Alison are in the house. Thank you. Hope you're both well. What else have we got? The Hannahs. We'll miss the Friday night quiz. Thanks for everything. No, thank you guys. It's only down to you guys that it's been a success. Otherwise, I'd have been sat here talking to myself on YouTube. But it only lasted 1 week, of course. Tale of Two Cities are back again. Thanks so much for doing this. We'll miss you. Oh, I'll miss you guys as well. It's very kind. Let's have a look. Yes, we've got the collaboration between Dereham and Bolton. Harriet's in the garden tonight. Looking forward to the last quiz. Harriet, let's have a look at the picture. I saw you in socially distancing yesterday on the way back from our bike ride. So look at the... Yeah, that looks good. I hope your connection's a bit better in the garden. My cousin's here, down in Brentwood. Hi, Ben, and the family. Hope you're all well. Chris Parry, too many to excel. That's a different message. That's not to do with the quiz. No, somebody says, but does this mean the innuendos can flow tonight as we can't get kicked off? Well, we can. Plus, it's your last chance to get free sponsored beer. So, Mike, we'll see. The innuendos, that was a complete accident the other week. The Lightfoots are ready, sitting outside with the barbecue. Thank you for the last 9 weeks. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. Father-in-law's in touch. Great effort. Thanks, John. Oh, Rich and Nick from Newlands Lane are back for the last dance. Really enjoyed the quizzes. That's great stuff. Brilliant. I'm pleased you're back. It's nice to see you in again. My cousin down in West Hampstead, Thomas, says, nice T-shirt. You've been listening to the advice on dress sense. Thanks. I'm pleased you like it. It's just for you. Rightio. Okay, let's have a little look at what we need to do. Everyone who has played before knows the score. You basically need 4 pieces of paper or 4 sides of paper, 20 questions per round, 25 marks per round, gives you a round total of 100 at the end of the quiz, 4 different rounds, of course. Read through each question once, then we'll go through each round again before we do the answers. A little break for toilet stops and refreshments. And on a warm night like this, I would advise you to take plenty of liquids on board. And then we'll go through the answers. If you wish to send me your scores after each round, that's fine. If you want to do it at the halfway point, that's also fine. You just keep count. Be honest. No using Google, because you're only cheating yourself at the end of the day. Jeff said I'm correct with the Estrella Dam, and Luke Killeen is also in Hartlepool as well. The word is spreading in Hartlepool over on the northeast. And a few Hartlepoolers in. It's good. It's nice. I've been to the Victoria Ground to watch Carlisle United. How about a Christmas special? Well, we'll have a think and we'll get the message out there. I'll have a chat with Angela and see what she reckons. We'll do one at some point. I might wear my Christmas jumper for that one. I would like to have my Christmas jumper on tonight, though. It'd be sweating like a Scouser watching Crime Watch if I had my Christmas jumper on tonight. It's absolutely roasting. Okay, so first round is general knowledge. And it's 20 questions, 25 marks, and I'll read through each one once, and then we'll do another read through, then the answers, etc., etc. And again, we'll aim to finish at our time before 10 o'clock, which would be tremendous. Judith Smythe says, we're in quizzing from our hot tub. Oh, very nice. Very nice for the Smythes. I hope you can hear. You have to have it turned up quite loud if you've got the jets on. Okay, so get your pens at the ready. And I will start with your first question. And question number 1. Nice and easy to get us going. Complete the saying, a bird in the hand is worth what? Question 1. A bird in the hand is worth what? Question number 2. Sushi is a dish which originated in which country? Question number 2. Sushi is a dish which originated in which country? Question 3 is a 2-mark question, nice and straightforward. In a standard deck of cards, what are the names of the 2 black-coloured suits? Question number 3, 2-mark question. In a standard deck of cards, what are the names of the 2 black-coloured suits? Question number 4. In UK law, if you have more than one wife, what would you be charged with? Question number 4. In UK law, if you have more than one wife, what would you be charged with? Some innuendos coming in from question 1 already. Give them an inch. The answer to question 4 is not stupidity either. Question 5. According to YouGov polls, the biggest selling drinks brand is a vodka label. What label is it? According to YouGov polls, the biggest selling drinks brand is from a vodka label. Which vodka label is it? Question number 6. What man-made feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain? Feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain or a fell. Question number 7. Which major shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? Which major television shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? It's not limited to just television nowadays. It was pre-internet days. Which television channel was it? Okay, question number 8 is a 3-mark question. It's a big one. King's Cross Station is one of the 4 Monopoly train stations. What are the other 3? Question number 8, 3-mark question. Wish this fly would bugger off. King's Cross Station is one of the 4 Monopoly train stations. What are the other 3? Okie dokie. Let's have a little look at question number 9. Number 9, which UK airport's call sign is CWL? Question number 9, which UK airport's call sign is CWL? You'll know this if you like looking at people's tags at the airport on their bags, see where they've flown in from. or where they're out to. Somebody breaking in? Oh no, just Isabel. Question number 10. Which of these two buildings is the taller? Canary Wharf or the BT Tower? Question 10. Which of these two buildings is taller? Canary Wharf or the BT Tower? Both are in London. Oh, the Hills have got a problem with their internet. I hope it's theirs and not everyone's. Keep me posted. I'm not sure I could bear that on the last week. Week 7 was bad enough. Question number 11. Ian Thompson's in the house just before I do 11. He's sitting on the backs in sunny Holland. Enjoyed the quizzes, Gareth. Well done, Marat. Just listening tonight. Nice to be sitting and listening. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Ian, it's been great to have your company from the Netherlands throughout the whole of these 9 weeks. It's been great. Thank you. Question 11. Who preceded Jeremy Corbyn as the last permanent leader of the Labour Party? Question 11. Who preceded Jeremy Corbyn as the last permanent leader of the Labour Party? Permanent. Harriet says their internet connection's better in the garden. Angela said our signal's not great. She's in a living room. Question number 12. In nautical terms and others, what does the acronym SOS mean? Question 12. In nautical and other terms, what does the acronym SOS mean? Question number 13 is a 2-mark question. What type of animal was the first to go into space? And what was the animal's name? Question 13 is a 2-mark question. What type of animal was the first to go into space? And what was the animal's name? I'm assuming they didn't let it out for a wee. Never get it back in again. Unless it was on a lead. Broughton Wombats are in for the last gig without the captain. It's always tough without the skipper. So the Wombats. Okay, question 14. Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? Question 14. Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? Yeah, I'll do 6 and 7 again, Nicholsons. Don't worry, I'll do them right now for you. Okay, for the Nicholsons, question 6 and 7, because apparently I broke up. Question 6 was, what man-made feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain or fell? That's question 6. What man-made feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain or fell? And question 7, which major television shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? Which major shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? We'll go through all the questions again at the end of the round, so don't worry if you have missed any. Question number 15. Which star sign is the crab the animal representation of? Question 15. Which star sign is the crab the animal representation of? Question 16. You've got 4 choices for this question. 1 gallon is equal to which of these when rounded? Is it A, 2.5 litres? Is it B, 3.5 litres? Is it C, 4.5 litres? Or is it D, 5.5 litres? So question 16, you've got a multiple choice here. 1 gallon is equal to how many litres when rounded? Is it A, 2.5 litres? Is it B, 3.5 litres? Is it C, 4.5 litres? Or is it D, 5.5 litres? Question 17 is the final 2-mark question for this round. What are the two main ingredients of a strawberry daiquiri cocktail? One's a liquid, one's a solid. Question 17. What are the two main ingredients of a strawberry daiquiri cocktail? One's a liquid and one's a solid. It's a bit of a clue with one of them. But what's the other? And you need to be specific with the type of the other. You don't just get a mark if you've whacked the generic name down. You need to be specific. Question 18. Which newspaper app is the most read online in the United Kingdom? Question 18. Which newspaper app is the most read online in the United Kingdom? Question 19. Behind Christianity and Islam, which is the third named most popular religion in the world? Question 19. Behind Christianity and Islam, which is the third named most popular religion in the world? I've just realised with question 20. Never mind, it's always going to happen at some point. Seamless, support, sheer, opaque, and fishnets are all type of which clothing item? Question 20. Seamless, support, sheer, opaque, and fishnets are all type of which clothing item? Okie dokie, do a quick read through of questions 1 to 20, so that if you missed any or your connection broke up, you should be able to catch up. But if after we've done that you are still missing some, just give me a shout and I will read the ones that you are missing out again. Somebody's Eve Hills, I'll tell you after this that we've done the answers to this what she said. Question number, you've got me banter rights there though. Question number 1. Complete the saying, a bird in the hand is worth what? Oh, I'm over the back, I've had a few. Question 2. Sushi is a dish which originated in which country? Question 3 is your first 2-mark question in a standard deck of cards. What are the 2 black-coloured suits called? Question 4. In UK law, if you have more than one wife, what would you be charged with? Question 5. According to YouGov polls, the biggest selling drinks brand is a vodka label. Which one? Question 6. What man-made feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain or fell? Question 7. Which major television shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? Question 8 is a 3-mark question. King's Cross Station is one of the 4 Monopoly train stations. What are the other 3? Question 9, which UK airport's call sign is CWL? Question 10, which of these buildings is taller, Canary Wharf or BT Tower? Question 11, who preceded Jeremy Corbyn as the last permanent leader of the Labour Party? I think he finished in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, perhaps. Question 12, in nautical terms, what does the acronym SOS mean? Question 13 is a 2-mark question. What type of animal was the first to go into space and what was its name? Question 16. 1 gallon is equal to how many litres? Is it A, 2.5? Is it B, 3.5? Is it C, 4.5? Or is it D, 5.5 litres? 17. 2-mark question. Final one for this round. What are the 2 main ingredients of a strawberry daiquiri cocktail? One's a liquid, one's a solid. There's a clue for 1. Question 18, which newspaper app is the most read online in the United Kingdom? Question 19, behind Christianity and Islam, which is the 3rd named most popular religion in the world? And question 20, seamless, support, sheer, opaque, and fishnets are all type of what clothing item? Okay, number 9. Number 9 is which UK airport's call sign is CWL? Number 9, which UK airport's call sign is CWL? Okay, does anybody need anything else reread to them because they missed it because of a connection issue? Let me know if there's anything that you missed. Number 9 was a reread there. Let me just double check and make sure. I think we're okay. Yep, we all look good to go with the answers. Okay, here's the answers for the first round before we have a brief intermission for refreshments. Question number 1. A bird in the hand is worth... Oh, catch up on number 14. Ian, over in the Netherlands. Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? Question 14. Yeah, biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? I think I didn't read that one out, did I? Question 14. Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? All right, question 1. Here's your answers. Sorry about that, Ian. Question 1. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. That's question 1. 2 in the bush. Sounds like a night out in Cockermouth. Question number 2. Sushi is a dish which originated in which country? It is Japan. Question number 2 is Japan. Question number 3. In a standard deck of cards, what are the 2 black-coloured suits? We have the spades and the clubs. Spades and clubs. Question number 3. Question number 4. In UK law, if you have more than one wife, what would you be charged with? You'd be charged with bigamy. You'd be a bigamist, among other things. Question number 4. Bigamy, bigamist. Question number 5. According to YouGov polls, the biggest selling drinks brand is from a vodka label. Which label is it? It's Smirnoff. Number 5 is Smirnoff. Question 6. What man-made feature often demarcates the summit of a mountain or fell? It is a cairn. C-A-I-R-N. Cairn. Question number 7. Which major television shopping channel launched on November the 24th, 1986? It was QVC. QVC. Number 7. Number 8, 3-mark question. Oh, I haven't written the answers down. King's Cross Station is one of the 4 Monopoly stations. What are the others? We've got Liverpool Street, Fenchurch Street, and... Oh, one sec. I'm going to have to check this one. It's gone off. Normally I have it on the top of my head. Let me check. Yeah, Fenchurch Street, Liverpool Street, Marylebone, and King's Cross. So we've got Fenchurch Street, Liverpool Street, Marylebone, and King's Cross. So you're missing 3 were Marylebone, Fenchurch Street, and Liverpool Street. And you 2, I just couldn't remember Marylebone. Question number 9. Which UK airport's call sign is CWL? It is Cardiff. Cardiff. C for Cardiff, WL for Wales. Are you having a senior moment? No, my sister's asking if I'm having a senior moment. No, I just forgot Marylebone. That was all it was. A lot of sun over the last couple of days. Question number 10. Which of these buildings is taller, Canary Wharf or the BT Tower? Canary Wharf is taller at 790 feet. Canary Wharf is the taller, 620 feet for the BT Tower. So Canary Wharf is taller by 170 feet. Question 11. Who preceded Corbyn as a last permanent leader of the Labour Party before, obviously, Jeremy Corbyn? It was Ed Miliband. Ed Miliband. Question 8. How about Euston? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to check that. 1 second. Ian Williams liked the Cardiff question. I'll stick a Wales question in there for Ian, being a proud Welshman. Question 12. In nautical terms, what does the acronym SOS mean? Save our souls. Question 12. Save our souls. Question number 13. What type of animal was the first to go into space? Well, it was a dog. And the dog's name was Laika. L-A-I-K-A. 13 was a dog called Laika. Question 14. Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? Biscotti are a type of biscuit from which country? Question number 15. Which star sign is the crab a representation of? 15 is Cancer. The crab is a representation of Cancer. I'm going to check whether we're allowed that. Let's have a look. We'll go back to that in a wee second or two. Question 16. 1 gallon is equal to which amount of litres when rounded? Where biscotti from? They're from Italy, sorry. Is it A, 2.5 litres, B, 3.5 litres, C, 4.5 litres, or D, 5.5 litres? It is C, 4.5 litres. So question 16 is C, 4.5 litres. I think it's 4.586 litres per gallon or somewhere there or thereabouts, or 4.486, can't remember exactly. Question 17, 2-mark question. What are the 2 main ingredients of a strawberry daiquiri? The first ingredient is strawberries, either in frozen or fresh form. Strawberries will do. And the other is white rum. Question 17, strawberries and white rum. What's 14? Italy. Question 14, biscotti is from Italy. Question 14 is Italy. Keep skipping that one out. Going past it. 15 is Cancer. 16 is C. 17 is strawberries and white rum. 18. Which newspaper app is the most read online in the UK? It's the Daily Mail. Question 18 is the Daily Mail. Question 19. Oh, trig points. Yeah, you can have trig points. They are on the top of most mountains. You can have trig points. I was going to exclude trig points, but I didn't do it prior to the quiz. But you can have trig points for question 6 because they are the same sort of thing. Mum got 18 right, which is good. I'm not surprised. Question 19. Behind Christianity and Islam, what is the third most popular religion? It is Hinduism. Question 19 is Hinduism. Question 20. Seamless, support, sheer, opaque, and fishnets are all types of which clothing item? They're all types of tights. Eve Hill said, you seem to be very interested in RE and tights. Got me bang to rights. Okay, somebody asked about Euston Station. Let's have a little look. 4 train stations in the original game were Fenchurch Street, Liverpool Street, Marylebone, and King's Cross. We've got it as well. We play it quite a lot. I can't remember whether Euston's on it now. Is Euston on it now? If Euston's on it now, then you can have it. Those were the 4 original ones. I can't remember whether Euston's on it now. Somebody tell me, is Euston on the modern Monopoly board? Euston Road, it's not a station. Thank you. It's a blue street. Okay, so it's those 3. Euston Road is a blue street. Okay, so Euston does not count as a station on Monopoly. Euston Road is a blue street. So sorry about that. But Trig Point is fine because trig points are man-made features on the top of mountains. I was on top of Binsey Fell with the family the other day and we saw the trig point up there and the cairn. So you can have cairn or trig point. Okay, let's have a look. Burrabore, 21. 19 for the Penrices. 21 for Kev Walsh over in Hartlepool. 23 for Joy and Damien down in Leeds. Hope you guys are well. 21 for Jake and Jess. Picture of is it a tortoise there? Thanks for the trig point. Yeah, it is right. 25 from Hallie, but we gave ourselves one for the fruit flies being the first animal in space. 22 out of 25 for Mike. Good start for you. 19 for the Hills. 23 for Joy and Damien. We've given them a little readout. 23 out of 25 for the Wombats. Top work from you guys. 24 for the Hannahs. Great work. 20 from Anne and John, my in-laws, Stuart Dean. Doing well. 22 for the Adicotts. Martin and Suzanne from Deerham with Jane, Stephanie and from Bolton. 23. 22 for the Lightfoots. 19 for Craig and Colette down in Bury. 25 for Ian Williams and co. Some solid starts this evening. 23 out of 25 from the Goalies who relocated to Broughton. They were the first in space. The mark for them. The first animal. 24 for Harriet. Well done with a better internet connection. She's not 10 minutes behind tonight. That's good. 19 for Nottie and Jen. Anything else coming in on the screen? Let's have a little look. 22. There we go. We're them a shout out. Party Pool Monkeys 22. Some good scores tonight for the first round. Excellent stuff. Okay, we'll have a little brief intermission. I'll refill my glass and we'll resume in about 2 or 3 minutes with round 2, which is entertainment, etc. Should be back shortly. All right, let's have a look and catch up with some of the scores. Yes, you can still donate. Somebody's just asked, can we still donate? Okay, if you have a little look at my piece of paper there, you'll see the website for the Just Giving page, which we will leave open until Monday, and that'll be probably the closing date. We'll close it off on Monday, somewhere there or thereabouts. Justgiving.com /crowdfunding /CCC foodbank. The link is also in the description to this video as well, so you can get it on there too. Let's have a look and see what scores we've got in. We've got 19 for Jeff and Linda. Well done, the Lobs. Craig's just found out he's telling Kevin the stations, which is great. We've got so yes, you can still donate. So thank you for that. That'll be tremendous. Take us a little bit higher up, which would be brilliant. 21 for Chad Pearson and family. Hope you guys are well, Chad. 23 for George, Jessica, Michelle, and Brian Golightly. Great effort in the game. 21 for the Allports. And Susanna Martin from Dereham and their colleagues down in Bolton wishing Ian huge congratulations on his retirement. Retired yesterday or retired today, so that's great news for Ian. Life of leisure in the sunshine is forthcoming for you, Ian. 23 for my cousin down in Brentwood, but it's warm down there. My brother only got 21. Really? 21? That's not bad. Let's have a look. 20 out of 25 for the Smythes. Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't got a brother. I had panic on for a second there. Thought it was going to be like a Jeremy Kyle moment. 2. 25 for the Williamses, well done. 22 for Lightfoots, 20 Anne and John, 18 for me. Well, Mum got question 18 right. Okay, I reckon that's everyone's scores read out. It's all right, you don't have to apologise. I just got panic on. I thought I was going to be on Jeremy Kyle on a lie detector test, something like that. Okay, round 2, entertainment, etc. Let's bash on. I'm going to move my book across here a little bit because it's on the other side of the page. It makes it difficult for me to read, etc. So, question number 1 is a 2-mark question. 21 for the Horsleys. Horsley Wilkinson Brigade, 21. Question 1 is a 2-mark question. Which 1811 novel featuring the Dashwood sisters was originally published anonymously by a female author, and it was made into a famous 1995 film with Emma Thompson starring in it? What is the name of the book and the film, and who was the author? Question number 1, 2-mark question. Which 1811 novel, which was originally published anonymously, featured the Dashwood sisters, and it was made into a 1995 film with Emma Thompson starring? What's the name of the book and the film, and who was the author? Question number 2. Which actor links the following films? The Mummy, American Made, Jerry Maguire, and War of the Worlds. Question number 2. Which actor links The Mummy, American Made, Jerry Maguire, and War of the Worlds? Question number 3. Which famous musician stroke actress played the lead role in the film Evita in 1996? Question number 3. Which famous musician stroke actress played the lead role in the film Evita in 1996? Question number 4 is also a 2-mark question. Andy Davis, Sid, Slinky Dog, Rex, and Forky are characters from which film series, and how many films are there in that series so far? Question number 4, 2-mark question. Andy Davis, Sid, Slinky Dog, Rex, and Forky are characters from which film series, and how many films are in the series so far? I'll have 2 of whatever they've had. Question number 5. Which popular book and film feature the Emerald City? Question number 5. Which popular book and film feature the Emerald City? Question number 6. Endemol Productions, who produce Deal or No Deal, Money Drop, and Big Brother, are an Anglo what company? Which other company? Question number 6. Endemol Productions, who produce Deal or No Deal, Money Drop, and Big Brother, are an Anglo what company? Which other country? Question number 7. One from my younger years, this one. The Lassiter's Hotel was, or is, I'm not sure if it still is, featured in which soap opera? Question number 7. The Lassiter's Hotel was or is featured in which soap opera? Might still be for all I know. I'm not a viewer these days. Question number 8 is a 2-mark question. Stuart Hall and David Vine were the first 2 presenters of Question of Sport. Who are the other two? Question number 8, 2-mark question. Stuart Hall and David Vine were the first two presenters of A Question of Sport. Who are the other two? The current one's been doing it since about 1996 or 1997. Something like that. Question number 9. Who is the host of University Challenge? Question number 9. Who is the host of University Challenge? Question number 10. Question number 10. Which actress links the following films? Iron Man, Contagion, Shallow Hal, Seven, and Sliding Doors. Question number 10. Which actress links the following films? Iron Man, Contagion, Shallow Hal, Seven, and Sliding Doors. Question number 11. In computing terms, what does CAD or CAD stand for? Question 11. In computing terms, what does CAD or CAD stand for? I'm going to have to shut that door. They're doing my nut in, aren't they? That's better. Question number 12 is a 2-mark question. Aldi signed a 4-year sponsorship deal with the Brownlee brothers. Which sport are the Brownlee brothers both world champions in, and what are their first names? Question number 12 is a 2-mark question, so you must get both of their first names correct for one of the marks, and you also must get the sport correct for the second. Aldi signed a 4-year sponsorship deal with the Brownlee brothers. Which sport are they both world champions in, and what are their first names? So you must get the sport, and you must get both of their first names. Question number 13. Sonic the Hedgehog's best friend is Miles Prower, but what is he better known as? Question 13. Sonic the Hedgehog's best friend is Miles Prower. What is he better known as? Makes a very brief appearance at the end of the recent Sonic film. Question 14. Which company's logo is well known as the Golden Arches? Question 14. Which company's logo is well known as the Golden Arches? Certainly looking forward to my first visit back there. Question number 15. On the 9th of January 2001, which popular music downloading and streaming site was launched? Question 15. On the 9th of January 2001, which popular music downloading and streaming site was launched? It's question 15. Question number 16. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's is the catchphrase or slogan of which company? Question 16. It's the ice machine. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's something. Complete the slogan or catchphrase of this company. I only use it on weekends generally. Don't have time in the week. That'll be tight. Question 17 is a 2-mark question. Lara Croft is the main character in which popular video game, and which actress played her in the films of the video game? Question 17, 2-mark question. Lara Croft is the main character in which video game, and which famous actress played her in the films? So that's question 17's 2-mark question. And question number 18. A something a day helps you work, rest and play. What is it? A something a day helps you work, rest and play. Question number 19. With 37 million downloads, which video sharing social networking service was the most downloaded in 2019? That's incredible, isn't it? Question 19. With 37 million downloads, which video sharing social networking service or app was most downloaded in 2019? Sure that if you've got any youngsters around, they'll get that one. They'll know all about it. And question 20, final question for this round before the read through. Which 1974 created Hungarian puzzle toy is one of the most purchased toys in history? Question 20. Which 1974 Hungarian created puzzle toy is one of the most purchased toys in history? Okay, any problems, shout up. We'll do a read through of the questions just in case anybody missed any. Question 1 is a 2-mark question. Which 1811 novel featuring the Dashwood sisters was originally published anonymously by a female author, was made into a 1995 film with Emma Thompson starring? What was the name of the film and book, and who was the author? Question 2, which actor links the following films? The Mummy, American Made, Jerry Maguire and War of the Worlds. Question 3, which famous musician and actress played the lead role in Evita in 1996, the film version? Question 4 is a 2-mark question. Andy Davis, Sid, Slinky Dog, Rex and Forky are characters from which film series, and also how many films are in that series for the 2nd mark? Question 5, which popular book and film feature the Emerald City? Question 6, Endemol Productions, who produced Deal or No Deal, Money Drop, and Big Brother, are an Anglo which country company? Which is the partner country for that company? Question 7, the Lassiter's Hotel was or is featured in which soap? Nobody's clarified. I wonder if anyone still watches it these days. Lassiter's Hotel, which soap? Question 8, 2-mark question. Stuart Hall and David Vine were the first 2 presenters of Question of Sport. Who are the other 2? Question 9, who is the host of University Challenge? Question 10, which actress links the following films? Iron Man, Contagion, Shallow Hal, Seven and Sliding Doors. Question 11, in computing terms, what does CAD or CAD stand for? Question 12 is a 2-mark question. Aldi signed a 4-year sponsorship deal with the Brownlee brothers, who are both world champions in which sport? And what are their first names? And you must get both of the first names correct for that 2nd mark. Question 13, Sonic the Hedgehog's best friend is Miles Prower, but what is he better known as? 14, which company's logo is well known as the Golden Arches, and I, for one, can't wait to pay a visit? Question 15, on the 9th of January 2001, which popular music downloading and now streaming site was launched? Question 16, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's... what? Complete it. 17, 2-mark question. Lara Croft is the main character in which video game series, and who played her in the film adaptations? Question 18. A something a day helps you work, rest, and play. Not sure they get away with it under current advertising laws. Somebody would complain about that. But question 18. Question 19, with 37 million downloads, which video sharing social networking service and app was most downloaded in 2019? And your final question for that round, question 20, which 1974 Hungarian-created puzzle toy is one of the most purchased toys in history? My cousin Brentwood. I thought you'd enjoy question 4. Still awake, stayed awake for that round for question 4 to help out with that, Mum. We'll cover the answers now. Let's see whether we've got it right. I can't see who it is yet. Let me a little look. Yeah, question 4. Got the suit on and everything. Brilliant. Okay, everyone ready? Everyone okay with that? And we can start to go through the marks for round 2. Nothing coming in as yet, so I assume we're all good to go. Okay, here's your marks for round number 2. Question 1, which 1811 novel with the Dashwood sisters was published anonymously by a female author? It was made into a film with Emma Thompson starring in 1995. It was Sense and Sensibility, and the author was Jane Austen. Sense and Sensibility, Jane Austen. Question number 2, which actor links The Mummy, American Made, Jerry Maguire and War of the Worlds? Tom Cruise. Question 2, Tom Cruise. Question 3, which famous musician and actress played the lead role in the film Evita in 1996? It's Madonna. Question 3 is Madonna. Question 4, 2-mark question. Andy Davis, Sid, Slinky Dog, Rex and Forky are characters from which film series? Toy Story. And there are 4 versions of the film thus far. Question number 4 is Toy Story and 4. Question 5, which popular book and film feature the Emerald City? It's, of course, The Wizard of Oz. Question 5. Question 6, Endemol Productions, which produced Deal or No Deal, Money Drop and Big Brother, are an Anglo-Dutch company. They are originally a Dutch company, but are now an Anglo-Dutch company. So number 6 is either Dutch or Netherlands or Holland. You could have any of those 3 and we'll give you the mark. Question 7, the Lassiter's Hotel is featured in Neighbours. Not sure if it's still in there now. I think the Watering Hole was the pub next to it. Lassiter's is in Neighbours. Question 8, 2-mark question. Stuart Hall and David Vine were the first 2 presenters of Question of Sport. Who were the other 2? 1 mark for David Coleman. Your 2nd mark for Sue Barker. David Coleman and Sue Barker. I think Sue Barker's done it since either 1996 or 1997. Not sure which of the 2. Cliff Richard will probably be able to tell us. Question number 9. Who is the host of University Challenge? Jeremy Paxman. Question number 9, Jeremy Paxman. Question number 10. Which actress links the following films? Iron Man, Contagion, Shallow Hal, Seven, and Sliding Doors? It is Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow. Question, Lassiter's is still on Neighbours. Thanks, Pat. Lassiter's is still going strong. That's good. Did Paul Robinson own it for a while? I think he maybe owned it for a little while. Maybe he did. Question number, what was that? Number 10, number 11. In computing terms, what does CAD or CAD stand for? Computer Assisted or Aided Design. Computer Assisted or Aided Design. Number 11. Computer Aided or Assisted Design. Question number 12, 2-mark question. Aldi signed a 4-year sponsorship deal with the Brownlee brothers. Which sport are they both world champions in? They're both world triathlon champions. And their first names are Alistair and Jonathan, or Ali and Johnny. Alistair and Jonathan, or Ali and Johnny. They're the Brownlee brothers, and they are both world champions, and they are both absolutely incredible athletes. Question 13. Sonic the Hedgehog's best friend is Miles Prower. He's better known as Tails. Question 13 is Tails. 14. Which company's logo is well known as the Golden Arches? It is McDonald's, of course. And I, for one, can't wait to get back. Question 14, McDonald's. 15, on the 9th of January 2001, which popular music downloading site was launched? It's iTunes. iTunes was launched in 2001, nearly 20 years ago. Used to get them on cassette. Remember, you used to record the top 40 on your cassette back in the day. Now you just have to download it or stream it. I've never lived. Question 16. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. It's my weekend makeup of choice. 16 is Maybelline. 17, 2-mark question. Lara Croft is the main character in which video game? It's Tomb Raider. And the actress that plays her in the films is Angelina Jolie. Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie. 18, a Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. Question 18, a Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. Question 19, with 37 million downloads, which video sharing social networking app or service was the most downloaded in 2019? It's TikTok. All the young, cool kids out there will know what TikTok is. Question 19. Question 20, which 1974 Hungarian-created puzzle toy is one of the most purchased toys in history? It is the Rubik's Cube. Question 20 is the Rubik's Cube. Okay, we are on track. Add up your scores. And give me a shout. I didn't nip to the loo during the break in the first round, but I am going to go now because the excitement is too much for me. And we'll have a little look through some of those scores when I get back. All right, see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, don't know what happened there. It seemed to have disappeared off the screen. Let's have a look down some of the scores. Okay, 38 out of 50. Kevin Walsh, only 17. It's not bad though. He still needed to put 40 out of 50. Kev, great stuff. Poo round for Jeff and Linda, 35 out of 50. I'm not surprised the way that Estrella was knocking its way down the old neck down there at Woodville. 21 for Burrabo. Oh, here we go. Georgia Horsley Wilkins. We want to know our 9-week average score and find out who the final winner was. It's super competitive, that is, I tell you. Let's have a look on the phone and see what's coming up. 13 messages on WhatsApp. 46 so far for Joy and Damien. Now keep this up because this is where we started to see a slide after Joy's been to the front bar at the halfway point. Notty said 40 for us, 42 for us so far. You big fella, it says. I think he's just misspelt that. 42 for the Allports so far. Please let the Yoxalls know that we are watering their plants. That's good news. Always good to do something for a neighbour. 49 for Taylor Two Cities. 23 for the Hannahs. 21, feeling old, for Hallie and the gang. Yeah, I know. It's the old cassette tapes, isn't it? 22 again for the Party Pool Monkeys. 44 so far. Solid start. 42 for Chadders and gang through at Gilcrease. 41 for Eve. Good stuff. 15 this round for Jake and Jess. Well done. 22 out of 25 for the Broughton Goalies. Martin Suzanne from Dereham and Jane Stephanie from Bolton with a fantastic 23. Phenomenal. 21 for the Addicots, 43 in total. And Pat said Lassiter's is still on Neighbours. I'm pleased to hear that. I bet Bouncer's not still on anymore, though, is he? He was the dog. 47 for the Golightleys, Brian and the gang. Trying to cut out Bruno Brooks before the music started is a forgotten skill. The youngsters today don't know they've lived, honestly. 23 for the Hannahs. 49, Taylor Two Cities. That's strong so far in the game. Okay, let's have a little look on WhatsApp, see what else we've got. 48, Harriet and gang. Well done with better connection tonight. That's good news. 48 for Ian Williams and family. Ian and Pat there. 48. This is good. Lightfoot's 22. Grandad not answered one yet. Just drinking. Telling me he needs to book his ideas up. Well, I'll be down after this. Just wander down the hill for a beer. 48 for Scully. Whoa, 48 Scully, 48 Harriet. It's tight there between you two, isn't it? 42 out of 50 for Ali, Eve and Mike, the Sadlers. 21 for John and Anne, but Anne mainly. John being very gracious there. So that's 41 for you guys. 2 lots of 24 for my cousin down in West Hampstead, Thomas. 48 for Thomas, Davina and co. 24 for Ben down there. 47 overall. I'll make it for you down there in Brentwood. It's looking good at the top of the leaderboard. It's very, very tight and close. Again, I haven't prepared a tiebreaker question, so it'll be something I make up off the top of my head, if there is indeed one, but it looks at this point that it might be. Broke with tradition a little bit for my third and fourth round in the sense that I didn't write them down by hand in my trusty book. Angela couldn't believe it when she saw me typing them up on the computer. I don't know what made me change my mind and do it that way, but I did it. And it's kind of broken down into little sections. So it's just a conventional format, same as 20 questions, 25 marks, but slightly different. 5 out of 50, Mark Graham, just arrived. Well, you can catch up on the other bits after, and then you'll get your score out of 100 at the end. So do it from now, and then do your other bits, and then you'll catch up. Don't worry. I'm here all week and beyond, my good friend. 34, Ian Thompson over in the... I hope you got the Endemol one right, Ian, because I put that one in there for you. Okay, round 3 is the sport round. 20 questions, 25 marks. Okay, so pens at the ready. We're bang on time. Let's have a little... Question number 1. Multiple choice. Which footballer recorded the higher number of assists in the Premier League? Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard? Question number 1. Which footballer recorded the higher number of assists in the Premier League? Steven Gerrard, the great, or Frank Lampard? Super Frank. Both top players, but who recorded the higher number of assists? Some good players in that era. Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, all those guys. Top midfielders. Question number 2. As of 2020, Victor Wanyama was the only person from which African country to play in the English Premier League? Question number 2. As of 2020, Victor Wanyama was the only person from which African country to play in the English Premier League? Oh, good. I'm glad Ian got that question right at the end of more one, right? I stuck it in there for you because Ian's over in the Netherlands and he's had to suffer a lot of English-based soap opera questions. To be honest, Ian, if I was answering them, I'd probably have done similar to you in terms of getting them right. I don't watch soap operas, but I'm pleased you got the Endemol question right. That's great. Okay, question number 3 is a 2-mark question, your first of the sports round. Which French striker finished as the leading goal scorer in the Premier League for 3 consecutive seasons between 2003 and 2006? And who did he play for? Question number 3. Which French striker finished as leading goal scorer in the Premier League for 3 consecutive seasons between 2003 and 2006? And who did he play for? Another tremendous player to add to our list. Not sure Victor Wanyama's quite in that bracket, but the ones we've mentioned so far in this round are. Question number 4. This is a toughie. Which 2 teams would you be watching play in the A23 or the M23 derby game? Which 2 Premier League teams would you be watching play in the A23 or M23 derby game? 2-mark question, 1 mark for each team. That's the road that links the 2 places. I can imagine it's a real feisty encounter. They'll be chucking quinoa at each other and things like that. Bit of couscous. Real feisty thing. Question number 4. As of 2020, which club had the highest number of different managers whilst a Premier League team? Is it Newcastle United or Everton? As of 2020, which club had the higher number of different managers whilst a Premier League team? Is it Newcastle United or Everton? Okay. Question number 6. The Duckworth-Lewis Stern is a method of calculating the score required to win a rain-affected game in which sport? Question number 6. The Duckworth-Lewis Stern method is a method of calculating the score required for a team to win a rain-affected game in which sport? Name changed in 2014 from Duckworth-Lewis to Duckworth-Lewis Stern, as he was the guy who introduced an adjustment to the ruling. Question number 7. Which of these cricketers has never been an England captain? Is it A, Graham Gooch? Is it B, Michael Atherton? Is it C, Joe Root? Or is it D, James Anderson? Question number 7. Which of these cricketers has never been an England captain? Is it A, Graham Gooch? Is it B, Michael Atherton? Is it C, Joe Root? Or is it D, James Anderson? They're all very fine cricketers of their eras, but only one of them hasn't captained England. Which one is it? Question number 8. 2-mark question. 2 Test cricket venues are located in London. What are their names? Question number 8. 2 Test cricket venues are located in London. What are their names? I've played at one of them, and it's magnificent. Not quite as magnificent as the other, but a tremendous place to play nonetheless. Got given out LBW in the first innings on an absolute road, wasn't it, in another set? It was going over the top by 2 foot. I had to watch David Sales get a double 100 on an absolute road. Heartbreaking. Question number 9, 2-mark question. England men's cricket team currently have 2 captains, one for test matches and one for one-day internationals and T20s. Who are they? England men's cricket team currently have 2 captains. They have one for the tests and one for the one-day stuff. Who are the 2 England cricket captains? Let's have a look. We've got 15. I'll keep that quiet. It's, they're laughing. No, 36 overall for Jake and Jess. That's not bad. 45 out of 50 so far for the goalies, Broughton, and 41 for the Hills. That's us up to speed with everything. 24 out of 25. 47 for the Wombats. 2 down tonight. It's pretty decent. So we tried to ring me at 9:06. I don't know who that was. It must have been one of you lot. Ringing me by mistake instead of texting. Okay, question number 10. It's a multiple choice question, so you've got A, B, or C. What is the weight of the ball used in junior cricket? Is it A, 4 3/4 ounces? Is it B, 5 ounces? Or is it C, 5.5 ounces? Question 10. What is the weight of a ball used in junior cricket? Is it A, 4 3/4 ounces? Is it B, 5 ounces? Or is it C, 5.5 ounces? Got one in my cupboard just there. Craig, don't worry. There are a couple of multiple choice ones in there, mate. You might have picked the right one. A, B, or C. Okay, question 11. Don't worry, we're moving off cricket anyway now, mate. So, question 11. The Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Red Wings are the sports teams from which US city? Question 11. The Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Red Wings are the sports teams from which US city? Out of your 5 cricket questions, 3 were multiple choice, so you've got a good chance of picking some marks up there, or 2 were. And 1, you'll definitely get one of the marks for that. Crimes. Crumbs. Question 12. Who is the outspoken captain of the US ladies football team? She's quite a card. Question 12. Who is the outspoken captain of the US ladies football team? It's quite scary when they won the World Cup. I wouldn't like to cross her. Question number 13. Julie Inkster was one of the most successful players in which individual sport? Question 13. Julie Inkster was one of the most successful players in which individual sport? Yeah, I was in a rush today, Pat. Sorry, there's no rugby league questions. We spent the day up at Black Moss Pot, so we were jumping in up there. I got back at 4 o'clock. Research. I had 2 rounds to complete as well. A nightmare. Craig Myatt says, my granddad will be ashamed of me. He was the groundsman for many years at Ramsbottom Cricket Club. You had some terrible floods at Ramsbottom there, Craig. It's not an enviable task, especially in recent years. We used their pro a couple of times. A guy who's now at Derbyshire, South African lad, absolute legend, tremendous bloke, really good player. Darren Smith, a real good club, Ramsbottom. Question number 14. Which US basketball superstar sadly died in a helicopter crash on January 26th of this year? Question 14. Which US basketball superstar sadly died in a helicopter crash on January the 26th this year? Question 15. In which sport would you hear the terms outside the pocket, face mask, horse collar, throwing a flag, and stiff arming? Question 15. In which sport would you hear the terms outside the pocket, face mask, horse collar, throwing a flag, and stiff arming? Question 16. With a capacity of 90,000, Wembley is the biggest UK sporting venue by attendance. What is the second biggest UK sporting venue by attendance or capacity? Question 16. Wembley at 90,000 is the biggest UK sporting venue by capacity. Which venue is the second biggest UK sporting venue by capacity? Question 17. Kelvin Hall is an athletics venue in which UK city? Question 17. Kelvin Hall is an athletics venue in which UK city? Named after a river, but in which city? Question 18. Henry Cooper was a famous Brit involved in which sport? Question 18. Henry Cooper was a famous Brit involved in which sport? Question 19, fairly straightforward one. Which three sports make up a triathlon? It's a 3-mark question, one for each sport. Very generous tonight. I'm very giving, seeing as though it's the last week. Question 19, which three sports make up a triathlon? And question 20, your final one for this round, a little bit more of a challenge. In which county is the Royal St George's Golf Club, Sandwich, located? Question 20, in which county is the Royal St George's Golf Club in Sandwich located? Which county? Mum says she's got number 19. Haven't even read the answers out yet. That's good. That's good. All right, well, quickly, if there's anything anyone's missed out on, no problem at all. We'll catch up. It doesn't seem to be any problems, so fingers crossed we can get through to the end without any further disruption to streaming. Question 1, which footballer recorded the highest number of assists in the Premier League, Stevie G or Frank Lampard? Question number 2, as of 2020, Victor Wanyama was the only person from which African country to play in the English Premier League? Question 3, which French striker finished as a leading goal scorer in the Premier League in 3 consecutive seasons between 2003 and 2006? And who did he play for? That was a 2-mark question. Question 4, which 2 teams would you be watching play in the A23 or the M23 derby game? They're both Premier League teams. 2-mark question, that one for each side. Question 5, as of 2020, which of these 2 clubs have the highest number of different managers whilst a Premier League club? Is it Newcastle United or Everton? Question 6, the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method is a method of calculating the score required to win in a rain-affected game in which sport? Question 7, which of these has never captained England at cricket? Is it A, Graham Gooch, B, Michael Atherton, C, Joe Root, or D, James Anderson? Question 8, 2 Test cricket venues are located in London. What are their names? 1 mark for each, 2-mark question. Question 9, England men's cricket team currently have 2 captains, one for the one-day stuff, one for the tests. Who are they? Question 10, what is the weight of a ball used in junior cricket? Is it A, 4 3/4 ounces? Is it B, 5 ounces? Or is it C, 5.5 ounces? Question 11, the Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Red Wings are the sports teams from which US city? Please read 6 again. Okay, I'll go through the rest and I'll read 6 at the end, all right? Question 12, who is the outspoken captain of the US ladies football team? 13, Julie Inkster was one of the most successful players in which individual sport? 14, which US basketball superstar sadly died in a helicopter crash on January the 26th this year? 15. In which sport would you hear the terms outside the pocket, face mask, horse collar, throwing a flag and stiff arming? 16. At 90,000 capacity, Wembley is the biggest UK sporting venue, but by capacity, which is second? 17. Kelvin Hall is an athletics venue in which UK city? 18. Henry Cooper was a famous Brit involved in which sport? 19. Which 3 sports make up a triathlon? You get 1 mark for each. And question 20. In which county is the Royal St George's Golf Club, Sandwich, located? Okay, so a couple of requests for rereads. Question 6. The Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method is a method of calculating the score required to win in a rain-affected game of which sport? Question 13. Julie Inkster was one of the most successful female players in which mainly individual sport? Not always, but mainly. Any other questions need repeating? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Quickly going down the list. Just getting rid of all these from the previous, so that when it all starts to come in again at the end of this round, we're all good. That's all right. Everything's good. Okay, here are the answers for round 3, the sports round. Which footballer recorded the highest number of assists in the Premier League? It was Frank Lampard. Super Frank Lampard, current Chelsea manager. Question number 2. As of 2020, Victor Wanyama was the only person from Kenya to play in the English Premier League. He's a Kenyan. Also played for Southampton, Celtic, and German Albeerschot in Belgium. Victor Wanyama is a Kenyan. Question 3. Which French striker finished as leading goalscorer in the Premier League in 3 consecutive seasons between 2003 and 2006? It's Thierry Henry, and he played for Arsenal. And he never looks any older. I'm not sure how. He still looks like he could be playing. Question 4. Which 2 teams would you watch in the A23 or the M23 derby game? It would be Crystal Palace and Brighton. Crystal Palace and Brighton. Be a riot, imagine that, between those 2 sides. They'll be chucking Waitrose bags of all sorts at one another. Question 5. As of 2020, which club had the highest number of different managers whilst a Premier League club? Newcastle United or Everton? It's Newcastle United. I think they've had 26 managers whilst they've been in the Premier League. Everton 16, I think. So a bit more managerial stability at Everton, John, for you. Be pleased to hear that you've got the better of that question. Question 6. The Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method is a method of calculating the score required to win in a rain-affected game in which sport? It's cricket. It's definitely a lot better nowadays. So question 6 is cricket. Question 7. Which of these cricketers has never captained England? The answer is D. James Anderson. He's the highest wicket taker in English cricket history, but he's never captained England. Question 8. 2 test cricket venues are located in London. What are their names? The first is Lord's, which I haven't played at. I've played on the nursery ground behind it. The second is the Oval, which I have played at against Surrey. And it's quite a place. So Lord's and the Oval. 2 marks, 1 mark for each. Question 9. England men's cricket teams currently have 2 captains, 1 for one-day internationals and 1 for tests. But who are they? Well, the test cricket captain is Joe Root for 1 mark. And the one-day cricket captain is Owen Morgan, who is actually Irish. He is the 2nd mark. But he's a thoroughly nice guy and very successful. Joe Root and Owen Morgan for question number 9. Question 10. What is the weight of a ball used in junior cricket? Is it A, 4 3/4 ounces, B, 5 ounces, or C, 5.5? It is A, 4 3/4 ounces. The ladies use one slightly lighter than the men's 5.5 ounces, but it's A for the juniors, 4 3/4 ounces. Question 11. The Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Red Wings are sports teams from which city? It is Detroit. Question 11 is Detroit. Question 12. Who's the outspoken captain of the US ladies football team? Megan Rapinoe. She is scary. Megan Rapinoe. Question 13. Julie Inkster was one of the most successful female players in which sport? She's a golfer. Julie Inkster, highly successful golfer. Solheim Cup winner and a winner of many individual ladies tournaments on the tour. Question 14. I've got to text some Al there, wondering about a bike ride on Sunday morning. It sounds good, but I'll text him after. 14. Which basketball superstar sadly died in a helicopter crash on January the 26th alongside his daughter and family friends? It was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. Question number 14. Question 15. In which sport would you hear the terms outside the pocket, face mask, horse collar, throwing a flag, and stiff arming? It would be American football or NFL. Question 15. American football or NFL. 16. Wembley, 90,000, biggest UK sporting venue. What's second by capacity? It is Twickenham with 82,000, I think, or 87 or somewhere around about there. It's 82, I think. 82,000 Twickenham. Somewhere there or thereabouts. It's on my bucket list of places to go eventually at some point. Be nice to go there. 17. Kelvin Hall is an athletics venue in which UK city? It's Glasgow. Kelvin Hall is next to the River Kelvin and also the Kelvin Grove Museum. Worth a visit if you like your cultural stuff, which I clearly do. Question 18. Henry Cooper was a famous Brit involved in boxing. Henry Cooper, boxing. 19. Which three sports make up a triathlon? It's a swim, bike, run in any order. Don't mind your order. Swim, bike, run. 20. In which county is the Royal St George's Golf Club Sandwich located? It's in Kent. Question 20 is Kent. Okay, total them up. I don't need the loo now because I went at the halfway point. So total them up and shout through some of your scores. I'll text Alex back about bike ride for Sunday. Right, okay, 17 for the sport. Who was that? Too many cricket questions. 17 is pretty good, though. Joining Damien. 17 solid. What we got? 46 and 17, 63. Oh, they're all flying in now. Hang on a second. Oh, God. Here we go. 20. Let me just script some of these. Everyone's obviously counting them up really quick. Mum says, tell Alex he should be doing the quiz. I will do. I'll tell him after. He's maybe forgot. 72 for Sale of Two Cities. 72 out of 75. It's a good score. 62 for Notty and Jen. No innuendos. I think I've kept the questions clean. No snooker questions for you this week, Notty. 21 for the Addicots. 64 in total. 62 for the Hills. 66 from Talentay. It's not Gilgit. I knew it was out that way somewhere. I cycled through Talentay yesterday as well with Chris. I was sort of Skill Cruise for some reason, Chad. I don't know why. They're flying in. Hang on. That's all right. Don't worry about it, mate. Let's have a look what we got. 67 for Hallie and the gang. Great stuff. Well done. 18 for the Hannahs. Our best sports round ever. Saved it for week 9. Oh, hang on a sec. He's just sent another message too. I get that. Thanks, mate. I'm assuming those are for me, those names. 58 for the Party Pool Monkeys. 66 for Chad and the gang in Talentire. Correction there for me. 20 for Pat. We didn't do too badly, Richard, considering there was no rugby league question. 72 for Sale of Two Cities. 21 for the Addicots, 64 in total. 62 for the Hills. Good stuff. Some good scores, isn't it? The conglomeration between Dereham and Bolton, 67. Jane, Steph and Ian with Martin and Suzanne. Top work. 47. 66 for the All Ports. Can the final round be cricket from the 80s? If only. If only you'd blitz it with that. 71 for my cousin down in West Hampstead, Thomas and the gang down there, 71. 67. Recruiting my brother hasn't helped from the Broughton goalies. That's unfortunate. 11 on WhatsApp. Let's have a look. So 71 for Thomas, Davina and co. My Auntie Barbara, no doubt. 56 for the Smythe. They're putting it in the school WhatsApp group. I'm nipping in there and all every now and again. 59 for Anne and John through at Dean. the in-laws. 63 for Lightfoot and the gang in the garden. I'll be down in half an hour, get my beer cold. 68 for Harriet and family in the garden over on the other side of town. Al says sorry for texting. It's all right. 73 for Ian, Pat and the Williams family. That's good. That's only a couple of marks dropped, isn't it? 69 for Ben and family down in Brentwood. Let's have a look. What else we got? I think that's it. I think that's us up to speed. So I've got one more in on here. 68 out of 75 for the Wombats as we head towards the fourth and final round. Just let me just top this up one sec. Not really free. Okay, fourth and final round. Are you smarter than a 10-year-old? Well, quite often the answer is no, because some of the stuff that 10-year-olds learn these days is quite advanced, and it's stuff we have to rack our memories to remember if we haven't been at school for a while. Let's have a look. We've got a couple more scores coming in here. Evie, Mike and Ali. 62 out of 75 for the Saddlers. Great stuff. 71 for the Go Lightleys. This is tight tonight, I tell you. Real tight. 67 for Scully, one behind Harriet. Scully, got a little bit pulling around to do here. Harriet's also a primary school teacher, so you might struggle in this last round here. This round's proved very successful over the past few weeks since I introduced it. And it's often a little bit tricky. Let's have a look down the page and see what we've got on the live chat. 59 for the Penrices. 21 for Luke Kelly. Not sure how many that is overall, Luke, because I forgot your first round. 54 for Kev. 56. Ian out of time. Oh, Ian says cricket. They do play cricket in the Netherlands. 49 out of 50. 41. Doing all right. We're not doing too bad. It's all fairly close. I think there's only 5 cricket questions, and 3 of them are multiple choice. So we'll see how you get on in the last round. I just hope it's not a tie. Okay, we'll see. If it is, it is. We're going to get Anish to sort of tiebreaker question out. Okay, question number 1 for your final round. I'll give you a couple of seconds just to get your pencils ready. Bang on time. It's almost like we've done this before. Absolutely perfect timing. Okay, question 1. Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? Question number 1. Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? I'll read it again because it's a maths one. Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? 55 for Luke. That's good. Solid, Luke. Good lad. Are you Hartlepool as well, Luke? Hartlepool way? Question number 2. Are we allowed to use calculators? Not really. I wouldn't know if you had, but not really. Not, he says maths. Yeah. You'll have to check whether I've got it right, so don't write the answers down. Question number 2. Shiva is a god from which religion? Question number 2. Shiva is a god from which religion? One of my 2 specialist subjects. The other is tights, but RE is my second. Question number 3. You must be specific. What is the capital city of India? Question number 3. What is the capital city of India? Question 4. What is the most northerly US state? Question 4. What is the most northerly US state? Question 5. How many kidneys are humans born with, usually? And what are their jobs? Question 5. How many kidneys are humans born with? And what are their jobs? That's a 2-mark question. Question number 6. Maths question, I'll read it out 3 times just so you've got it. Sam collects stamps. She shares her 127 stamps equally between 8 friends. She keeps the leftovers for herself. How many stamps do her friends get each? And how many does Sam get to herself? Question number 6. Sam collects stamps. She shares her 127 stamps equally between 8 friends. She keeps any leftovers for herself. How many stamps do her friends get? And how many does Sam get? That's 2 marks, 1 for each part correct. Question number 7. In the Bible, who baptized Jesus? In the Bible, who baptized Jesus? Question 8. Still standing today, which ancient wonder of the world were thought to have been built between 2589 and 2504 BC? Still standing today, which ancient wonder of the world were thought to have been built between 2589 and 2504 BC. So they took around about 85 years to build, they reckon. Huge undertaking in those days, using only manual labour. Question number 9. What is the name given to the place where 2 rivers join? Question number 9. What is the name given to the place where 2 rivers join? And I will not accept the mouth. Question number 9. It's a geographical name for the place where 2 rivers join. Question 10. The esophagus and the trachea are the 2 scientifically correct names for which parts of the body? 1 mark for each. The esophagus and the trachea are the 2 scientifically correct names for which parts of the body? 2 mark question, 1 mark for each. Notty, get back to your maths because here's question 11. What is 14% of 60? Question 11. What is 14% of 60? I knew he'd come good with some innuendos. Question 12. Back to one of my specialist subjects. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur and Hanukkah are celebrations in which faith? Question 12. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur and Hanukkah are celebrations in which faith? Question 13. Knut the Great and Harald Hardrada were leaders of which group of invaders? Question 13. You've got to be careful when you say this one. Not good for the last round. Knut the Great and Harald Hardrada were leaders of which group of invaders? Got through that. I've only got the answers and the reread to do on that, thankfully. I bet any staff who didn't like him had fun. Question 14. The Golden Gate Bridge is a landmark associated with which city? Question 14. The Golden Gate Bridge is a landmark associated with which city? Question 15. 3-mark question. What are the 3 different types of blood cells in the human body? Question 15. What are the 3 different types of blood cells in the human body? Question 16. Maths question. I'll read it 3 times. If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, and Daisy baked half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake all together? Don't worry, we'll get it twice more. If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, and Daisy half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake all together? I'll read it one last time. If you write it down in bits, it might help you. Question 16. If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, and Daisy half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake all together? You might say they're master bakers. 17. The senior bishop is the highest position in the Church of England. Of which place is this person the Archbishop of? Question 17. The senior bishop is the highest position in the Church of England. Of which place is this person the Archbishop of? Question number 18. Drawing towards a close. Which duke, known as Richard Plantagenet, gave rise to the children's rhyme for remembering the colours of the rainbow? Question 18. Which duke, known as Richard Plantagenet, gave rise to the children's rhyme for remembering the colours of the rainbow? Question 19, your penultimate question for this evening. During World War II, Mussolini was the leader of which Axis country? Question 19, during World War II, Mussolini was the leader of which Axis country? And question 20, the smallest bone in the human body is located where? Question 20, the smallest bone in the human body is located where? Okay, quick reread of Are You Smarter Than a 10-year-old? Question number 1, Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? Question 2, Shiva is a god from which religion? I thought I'd done well to get to the last round without any innuendos. Question 3, what is the capital city of India? Question 3, what is the capital city of India? Question 4, what is the most northerly US state? What is the most northerly US state? Question 5, how many kidneys are humans born with? And what is the main job of the kidney? Obviously, it's got lots, but what's the main job of the kidneys? That's a 2-mark question. Question 6. Ian Thompson didn't realise the UK still used fractions. Oh yeah, fractions are a big part of year 6, Ian. Question 6. Sam collects stamps. She shares her 127 stamps equally between 8 friends. She keeps any leftover stamps for herself. How many do her friends get and how many does Sam get? 2-mark question. Sam collects stamps. She shares her 127 stamps equally between 8 friends and she keeps the leftovers for herself. How many do her friends get and how many does Sam get? 2-mark question. Question 7. In the Bible, who baptized Jesus? Who baptized Jesus in the Bible? Question 8. Still standing today, which ancient wonder of the world was thought to have been built in 85 years between 2589 and 2504 BC? Question 9. What is the geographically correct name given to the place where 2 rivers join? And it's not the mouth. Question 10. The esophagus and the trachea, the 2 scientifically correct names for which parts of the body? 1 mark for each. Question 11. What is 14% of 60? What is 14% of 60? Question 12. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Hanukkah are celebrations in which faith? Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Hanukkah are celebrations in which faith? All of these messages are from Jonathan Knott. He's having a field day in the fourth round here. He's filling his boots with it being week 9. Question 13. Very carefully. Knut the Great and Harald Hardrada were leaders of which group of invaders? Knut the Great and Harald Hardrada were leaders of which group of invaders? 14. The Golden Gate Bridge is a landmark associated with which city? Golden Gate Bridge, which city? 15. What are the 3 different types of blood cells in the human body? 3 different types of blood cells in the human body. 3-mark question, that one, so 1 mark for each. 16. Read it 3 times. Maths question. If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, and Daisy baked half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake altogether? If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, and Daisy half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake altogether? God, I'm looking forward to working. I haven't worked any of these answers out. 17. The senior bishop is the highest position in the Church of England. Of which place is this person the Archbishop of? 18. Which duke, known as Richard Plantagenet, gave rise to the children's rhyme for remembering the colours of the rainbow? 19. During World War II, Mussolini was the leader of which Axis country? And 20. The smallest bone in the human body is located where? Okay. No complaints in thus far, so I'm assuming everybody's up to speed. And nobody needs a reread. So without further ado, we'll just check the phone, make sure we're all good. I think so. Yeah, all is good in the hood. Right, okay, question 1. Percy has 96 sweets. If he eats 3/8 of them on Monday, how many sweets will he have left for the rest of the week? Well, let me have a look. 96, so we've got 10/8. 12/8. 12 threes are 36. Number 1, 54. Notty, if I'm wrong, correct me. 54, number 1. 54. I'm waiting for Notty to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Number 1, 54. Am I right? I think I am. We'll come back to it if I'm wrong. Number 1's 54. Question 2. Shiva is a god from which religion? Shiva is a Hindu god, so Hinduism. Question number 2. Hinduism. Hinduism. We say it's 60. Thank you. 60. 60. Question 1's 60. 3/8. Let's have a look at that. 96 divided by 8. So we've got 80. Yeah, it is 60. You're right. 60. Thank you. 60. Yeah, 36 away from 96 leaves you with 60. Number 1's 60. I should actually do the answers to this before I do the quiz, but it's always nice to have a challenge. Number 1's 60. 2 is Hinduism. 3 is New Delhi. New Delhi, number 3. New Delhi. Question 3, New Delhi. I can't accept Delhi because that's, yeah, 60 is correct for number 1. It is 60. 96 take away 36. Question 5. How many kidneys are humans born with? They're born with 2. And their main job is filtration, to filter. For question 5. They filter. Question number 5. The main job is filtration. 2 kidneys, filtration. Question number 6. I haven't done this one either. The pressure's on now. Sam collects stamps. She shares her 127 stamps equally between 8 friends, and she keeps any leftovers for herself. What was 4? Oh, God, hang on a second. Number 4. I'm getting ahead of myself because I got the maths question wrong. Question 4, the most northerly US state. Question 4. I know it's 60. Is Alaska. Number 4 is Alaska. Number 4 is Alaska. Number 5 is 2 and filtration, to filter. Filter out any sort of waste. Hang on a second. I was going to work it out, Thomas. You've worked it out ahead of me for me, mate. Hang on a sec. Sam collects stamps. 127 stamps equally between 8 friends. She keeps any leftover stamps for herself. How many do her friends get? 127 by 8. That would... They'd get 15 stamps each, and she would get 7. Is that right? Number 6. Let me check what Thomas has said. 15 stamps. Yes, I got it right. I'm doing this off the top of my head. That's good news. Just try to help. Thanks. I appreciate it. No, it's good. I don't mind that. Yep, that's right. Thanks. Jude's putting me right. 15 and 7. Well done. I'm back in the game now. Back in the game with my maths. Thanks to my cousin and Mr. Knott and the others who texted in there. Thank you. My confidence is back up again now. I won't miss any out. Question 7. In the Bible, who baptized Jesus? It was John the Baptist. Question 7 was John the Baptist. Question 8, still standing today, which ancient wonder of the world were thought to have been built in 85 years between 2589 and 2504 BC. It's the pyramids, or the ancient pyramids of Giza, spelt Giza as opposed to the Geezer that might also be used. Pyramids of Giza. Question 9. What is the name given to the place where 2 rivers join? It's the confluence. Question 9 is the confluence. Cockermouth is a case in point. The River Cocker and the River Derwent join at the confluence in the town there. The mouth of the River Cocker joins with the River Derwent and it forms Cockermouth. So there you go. Question number 10. The esophagus and the trachea are 2 scientifically correct names of which part of the body? The windpipe and the food pipe will do for me. Windpipe and food pipe will do for me for that one, for question number 10. One takes the air into your lungs and expires the air back out, and the other takes the food down to your stomach. Question 11. Oh, I've even looked at this one. 14% of 60. Well, I'm not looking at my phone here. 10% of 66. So then 1%, 0.6. 8.4. Number 11, 8.4. Am I right? Number 11, 8.4. Last time there was a delay, I was wrong. It's 10% 6. Yes, I'm right. Good. 8.4. Good. Oh, I feel good. 8.4 for number 11. Okay, number 12. Thank you. Jack got 8.4. That's good. The Hillsies. Well done, Jack. Your homeschooling's been going well. Good man. Math skills. 12. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Hanukkah are celebrations in which faith? The Jewish faith or Judaism? Question 12. Jewish faith or Judaism? 13. Knut the Great. Why did I put that? Harold Hardrada were leaders of which group of invaders? They were the Vikings. 13. Vikings. I don't know. I got question 1 wrong, mother. Question number 14. The Golden Gate Bridge is a landmark associated with which city? It's San Francisco. 14 is San Francisco. 15. 3-mark question. What are the 3 different types of blood cells in the human body? 1, red blood cells. 2, white blood cells. And the third one are platelets. Question 15. Red, white, and platelets. Oh, 16. I haven't done this one either. If Susie baked 72 cookies and Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount and Daisy half as many as Susie, how many cookies did they bake all together? Right, hang on a second. 12, 48, and 36. 72. Uh, 72. Susie. Daisy is 36. So that would leave us with 108. And if Sandy baked 4/6 of Susie's amount, that would be 108 add 48. Oh my goodness. 156. Yeah, you can have throat. Never heard of food pipe. Is it 156? 144? Hang on a second. Let me look. 72. Susie, Daisy, but half as many as Susie. It's 36. 72, 36 is 108. 108 add 40. 144. Yes, 144. Question 16. 36, 72, 108. Add on to the 4/6 of Susie's amount would give you 144, 16. 144. I did say 4/6. You're right. I did. 4/6. So 144. 17. Senior bishop is the highest position in the Church of England. Of which place is this person the Archbishop of? They are the Archbishop of Canterbury. Archbishop of Canterbury. Question number 18. Which duke, known as Richard Plantagenet, gave rise to a children's rhyme for remembering the colours of the rainbow? It's Richard of York. Richard of York. Hang on a second. Harriet says it's 156. Let me come back to that. Let me come back to it. I'm going to work it out with a pen and pencil in a minute because I've got a pen on the far side of this book. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to come back to it. Question 19. During World War II, Mussolini was the leader of which Axis country? Italy. 19 is Italy. And 20, the smallest bone in the human body is located where? Smallest bone in the human body is located where? It's in the ear. Question 20 is in the ear. Right, let me work this out. 72. Sandy baked 4/6. Well, 1/6 of 72 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. So 48 and 36. So 72, 48, 36. 2 8's 10, 16. 16, 1 across. 7, 4 is 11. 1 is 12. It is 156. Why didn't I just use a pen and pencil in the first place? Question number 16 is 156. If Susie bakes 72 cookies and Sandy bakes 4/6 of Susie's amount, well, 1/6 is 12, times that by 4 is 48. Daisy bakes half as many as Susie, which is 36. They bake 156 in total. It is 156 because Daisy baked half as many as Susie. Susie baked 72, so Daisy baked 36. I think that's where people have misheard. Right. Add your scores up. Add your scores up. Don't worry, I've worked it out now. It's all fine. I've worked it out with a pen, not in my head. Really should have done the maths questions beforehand, shouldn't I? But I just write them down and usually... Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Some good scores coming in already. Ooh, sorry, Notty. 86 for the Hills. Brilliant. Well done, Pat and Richard, Liam and Louise. I think it might be there. 76, top effort. The Deer and Bolton Hybrid, 90. Martin, Suzanne, Jane, Stephen, Ian, 90. 92 for somebody. 1 sec, I'll get the names. 79 for the Party Pool Monkeys. Well done. 87 for Chad. Mr. and Mrs. Pearson through at Talentire. Sorry for getting that wrong before. 87 for you guys. Well done. Hope you're all well. 84 for Notty and the Innuendo family. That's what distracted me in the last round, I think. Top effort, that, Notty and Jen. 69 for Jess and Jake. We'll take it. Well, if that's what you got. Team Penrice, 82. 93 out of 100 for the Broughton Wombats. 2 down tonight as well, apparently. Great. Thanks, Ben. Thanks a lot, mate. What did we get? 93 overall for my cousin down in Brentwood. Top effort down there in Brentwood. Mike, Evie and Ali. 86 out of 100. Well done, you guys. Best score. Save the best till last. Okay, 1 second. Let me just write this down. Just the score here. 89 for the Hannahs. Martin, Suzanne in Durham. Top work, you guys. Ooh, 96 from my cousin down there in West Hampstead. And I think we've got as well 90 for Sam Scully. Just waiting for Harriet's to come in to see what they got to compare. 85 out of 100, best score yet. Dave took night shift off to make sure he didn't miss the last quiz. Down at the Lightfoots. No, thank you guys. It's been my pleasure. It's been good banter and great fun. 93 for Harriet. He's 150. Got a little competitive in the last round. Well done, Harriet. 77, Dan and John threw at Dean. Top effort. It was the girls' names. That's where we went wrong. It is a little confusing, especially when you're reading out. It's not easy. My mum says I'm smarter than a 10-year-old. Granger says he's sorry for texting in the middle of the quiz. 90. Oh, very good. The goalies have done their bit for recycling by doing it on recycled envelopes. Jude says, thanks for keeping me going every week. No problem, Jude. Not a problem at all. 89 for the Hannahs. Marty and Suzanne and Dean beat us by a point. What else have we got? 92. Full marks on the last round. That was Hallie and the gang. Hope you guys are all well. That's a top effort, 92. 86 for the Hills. 94 for the Go Light. It's brilliant. 96, 24 for the Addicots. 23, 86 in total. Highest score ever. That was Joy and Damien. There you go. Just the cricket questions. If you've got those, you'd have been over 90. I reckon that's all of our scores in. Okay, which leaves us with the winners this evening. We have 2 second places. So we've got my cousin down in West Hampstead and Sale of Two Cities with 96 out of 100, which is a remarkable effort. So well done, you guys, in joint second. But the winner, and I think it might have been the Cardiff Wales airport question that just piqued his excitement somewhat, was Ian Williams and the Williams family with 97, which is an outstanding achievement. I hope nobody comes and says now that they got higher than 97, because that would really throw me. My mum's just texted to say we're up to £1,332 now in the Justgiving crowdfunding effort for the North Lakes Food Bank. That's absolutely brilliant. Tremendous effort from everybody. So well done to everyone. There's people who, to have a look down the right-hand side here, we've got to realise we've got anything that's, I've announced the winner. Hopefully nobody's got 88 for the Borough Ball. Great work. 75, Kev Walsh on his own, tremendous. Craig Myatt, 75 as well. Lindsay Stevenson, 95. Brilliant work from you and Ian there. Georgia Horsley Wilkins is 84. Mark Graham, 40 out of 50 last 2 rounds, you see. Go back and do the other ones. Jeff, Linda, 70 out of 100. Borough Ball's off to bed. Cheers, off to work at 5 in the morning. Hope it's not too tough for you, mate. Ian Thompson, worst effort, 59. Don't worry about it. Luke Killeen, 71. And Kev Walsh has really enjoyed the quizzes. So the winner tonight with the Williams is with 97. Just a huge thank you to everyone. If we do come back together and do something at Christmas, we might do that. It sounds like a reasonable plan. And who knows what sort of situation we'll be in there. We might do it on a night other than a Friday night, so that if people have got stuff on, hopefully people will have stuff on by then. We can get something going. A big thank you to everyone who's taken part over the 9 weeks. We've had people here every single week of the 9, which has been tremendous. We've had people join halfway through. We've had people from all over join on the recommendation of people that it's a bit of something different. Apart from week 7, which was a technical disaster on a number of levels, it's been relatively easy going on here. Been a couple of things where you get sort of discrepancies with the questions and one thing or another, but that happens. It happens everywhere. But a huge thank you, not only for donations and things like that for the food bank, which is absolutely tremendous and will make a huge difference to the lives of those who need it most, but also for taking part, sending the scores in, having a bit of fun, taking a mickey out of me, taking a mickey out of each other, and improving. We've seen some scores on here improving dramatically. So next time you go down to your pub quiz when they reopen, hopefully we'll see some great scores for you. So on behalf of Cockermouth Cricket Club and the committee and members of the club, a huge thank you to everyone for taking part. Your donations will make a huge difference, so thank you very much. If we do organise something in the future, you are all invited, whether it be on here or down at the club. Some of you will be able to make the ones on here. Some of you might be able to make it down the club and support us, which would be tremendous. So yeah, on behalf of everyone, a huge thank you. To all the regulars who've done it, great. To all the people who've joined us after a few weeks, brilliant. It's been great to hear from everybody, and people send messages afterwards and one thing and another. It takes me a little bit of time to reply and whatnot, but it's been brilliant. So a huge thank you. And yeah, we'll sort something out, and no doubt you'll hear by word of mouth, or you can, if you add me as a friend on Facebook, you can, any updates we do around Christmas time or whenever, we'll go on there, so you can join us, and we'll have a bit of a catch up and see how everybody is. So stay safe, look after yourselves and your families, and one thing and another, and yeah, keep going, and hopefully we'll all catch up soon. But for now, all good things must come to an end. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.